Hey everybody, welcome to Saturday night and the Fenton Community Boards. So get ready. The show is going to start in about 30 seconds. I posted the link to come on all of the channels today on Facebook and YouTube. So if you're interested, click that link. It'll take you into the green room and we'll see if we can't get some visitors tonight. Hang tight and here we go. Hey everybody, welcome to the community boards this week, Saturday night. This is your show. This is your show to do with what you want to do. So the link has been posted. Let me see if I can post it on here. Yeah, there's the link. I'm going to go ahead and post it on here. If you want to join me tonight, what you'll do is you'll click that link, which will take you into a green room, which only I can see you in. You can adjust your camera, try to keep it horizontal if you would. Adjust your lighting. When you're all set to go, give me a thumbs up and we'll bring you in the studio. So if you'd like to appear with me tonight, just click that link. We're new at this program, so you can pretty much come on and discuss anything you want to discuss. We can give you a little bit of a guide as to what you can do. We are looking for Fenton IDs. So if you have a piece of glass that you don't know is Fenton, you may bring it and show us, and we would love to see that and see what you got. And if we can help you out, we will. We've got a house full of experts here who, if I'm stumped, they can help you. You'll see that link. I'm going to post it again. You can also come on and sell with me. I'll let you sell up to 3 items at a time. Just make sure you put your email address in the comments, so that when you come up here to sell, you'll be able to, your customers will be able to see your email address, and that's how they get a hold of you. I am doing fine tonight, Debbie. How are you? You can ID, or if you want to sell, it has to be Fenton glass if you want to come sell it, okay? And I will see you in the green room if you come in, and I will just kind of show me what you have, and I'll bring you up. And what was the third one? ID, selling, showing off. If you just want to show off something that you just got this weekend at a flea market or an auction and you want to come on and show us, you can do that too. It seems like there was one other thing. Parts ID, selling, or ID. I think we got it all. So if anybody wants to join me, there is the link, and we can go ahead and do that. I hope everybody's having a great weekend. I was actually at an auction all day. Hi, Jason. And it was a good down-home country auction where we got dirty in the barn and was picking all day long. And it was great. I had great fun today. The weather was beautiful, and that was pretty awesome. Okay, so like I said, if you want to join me in the green room, you can. I'm going to go ahead. I have got this butterfly net, which is a Fenton magazine that came out 8 years ago, and I found it quite interesting. There are some things in here that I'm going to share with you about how to tell if something is Fenton. Now, this article was written by Peggy Whiteneck back in January of 2014. And it goes on to tell you, how Fenton is marked. And a lot of us all know that with the logos and everything, but there's also other ways to tell if a piece is Fenton. So it says here in the article that if a piece has a pontil mark, it's probably not Fenton. So a pontil mark is a little rough spot on the bottom of the vase where it was pulled away from the pipe. If you see a pontil mark on an item, it's probably not Fenton unless it's like Dave Fetty. Dave Fetty may have a pontil mark on his, but normally if you see a pontil mark, it's not Fenton. Okay, Debbie Schmidt is searching for a white Fenton ghost. Ooh, I have a French opal ghost, Denise. I see nobody in the studio. What's wrong with you guys tonight? Don't be camera shy. You do it once and you'll love it. Sell with Rosie. Sip with Rosie, sell, identify parts. Yes, there you go. So we talked about the Pantel mark. Then it says, look for painters' signatures and become familiar with Fenton decorative patterns. So it says it was only with the hiring of Louise Piper as head of the newly constituted decorating department in 1970 that Fenton began to produce decorated glass again. Fenton painters from early in the company's history did not sign their work. Painter signing was a later phenomenon. And that's exactly what we've been talking about is before 1970, there were never a lot of pieces signed. They just weren't signed. When Louise Piper came in and started to run the decorating department, that is when the signatures came on. Jason, I'd love to have you tonight. Just make sure your camera is horizontal and it can be a little closer than you had it last week. We'd love to have you come on and show some things. Okay, so then it says, in recent decades, there has also been a renaissance in painting using Fenton blanks. So it behooves those aspiring to become serious collectors of Fenton to familiarize themselves with the known Fenton decorators. And that's true. You want to get a Fenton decorator that actually worked at Fenton. So it says most external decorators, however, are not trained at Fenton, and there are fairly obvious quality difference between their work and work of known Fenton painters, as well in the type of paints they used and how they were mixed. So that is some of the article. And then it says that shape matters. It says if the general glass-making assets of a company, including its molds, are dispersed at auction, however, the process of using shape to determine Fenton products is unlikely to become more complicated as other companies purchase and begin to use these molds. In that case, color will become increasingly important as a distinguishing factor. So what that is telling you, and this was written for the butterfly net, is that as these molds are being sold, they're not Fenton molds anymore. And it becomes harder to tell a piece of Fenton by simply the shape of the vessel. You have to know the colors. All right. So it says, and this is interesting about the colors. Again, if you'd like to come in, here is the link. Parts and pieces, selling, or just showing off. So it says one of the greatest strengths of Fenton art glass was the tremendous range of colors it used in its glass, sometimes with variations in tone that are hard to distinguish without side-by-side comparisons. Fenton was careful with its colors, going for subtlety over flashiness. If the colors are classy and sophisticated, they're usually Fenton. If they blare or trumpet themselves, those are generally newer glass makers who aren't quite as skilled in their use of color and effect and use gaudy tones that Fenton never used. So it's telling you to look for colors. It says the one colors that you can fairly be certain of that are Fenton always are Lotus Mist, Blue Burmese, and any kind of Burmese glass. So I thought that was interesting. Okay, nobody wants to come on tonight. All right, well, I have a parts and pieces of myself I'm looking for. So this week, and we actually got the pieces to a nativity set a couple weeks ago. So we were so excited to get that. This piece is the top of a fairy lamp, which I have. And if you are looking for this piece or the bottom, know that I have it and I am willing to part with it or willing to buy the bottom to make this a piece again, okay? So I'm going to put my email address up there, and I just unpacked this week, and it does not have the bottom. So if you have the bottom to that fairy lamp, which has the pineapple heart on it in the glossy rosaline, then you may indeed email me, and maybe I can fix you up with it, or maybe you have the bottom that I need, and you might want to buy that from me. Okay. There's one other thing I want to get to before, and I'm kind of on a campaign for this, because in this magazine, this woman bought this lamp, and she said that it was signed by M. Fleming, which was not a Fenton artist. So I did some research on this, and there is an M. Fleming. M. Fleming was Mitzi Fleming. And she was not related to Linda Fleming, but Linda sat in front of her. So we have verified that there is an M. Fleming, and she needs to be included in the decorators list. And these groups need to include her as a Fenton artist. She's not getting her due just. And this lamp here, this woman said that the lamp is signed by, but not by a listed Fenton decorator. It's signed M. Fleming, and she may be related to Linda Fleming, but she's not. She's an independent artist. This item is not likely to rival prices on decorated lamps signed by Fenton's own stable of decorators. So if you are watching from one of the groups, one of the I don't know the name of the two groups, but the national recognized groups, we need to get M. Fleming on the decorators list, because she needs to be listed as a decorator, so people don't read things like this and think that she's an independent and don't think that it's worth anything. So if you know Mitzi out there, and I think her real name was Marilyn, but if you know Mitzi, if you're watching and you worked at Fenton, Linda and I were talking about it. We think she's in her late 60s. I think she lives in the Toledo area, and I think her name is Collins now. But if you know Mitzi, if we can get, we should do a petition. We need to have her on the decorators list. She needs to get her just deserves. I think she does anyway. So we're going to see what we can do about tracking Mitzi down. All right. So if you have an M. Fleming piece, be assured, even though her name is not on the decorators list, she is indeed a Fenton artist. Okay. All right. We have Russell in the green room. Russell, are you ready to go? All right. I see a thumbs up. Let's see what he has to say. Okay. Hi, Russell.
Hey, Heidi, how you doing?
Good.
I got a question for everybody, and then I got a couple pieces I want to sell.
Okay.
Jess is telling me this is not Fenton, and I'm kind of curious if it is or not.
Oh, that is a beautiful lamp. Now, just in me looking at it, I would say that the base may be giving it away. I don't know if it's Fenton because of that base, but if we have people in-house that can help him identify it, let us know, because we just read that these pieces aren't signed prior to 1960. It doesn't have a signature on it?
No, it does not.
Oh, it's beautiful in light pink. So if anybody can help us out there on this lamp, my first inclination is to say I don't think that base is Fenton, but I'm no expert. So if you can help Russell out there, where did you get that, Russell?
Out picking, yard sale.
Out picking. It's beautiful. Is it a three-way switch?
Yes.
It is?
Yes.
Ah, that puts a little I don't know, switch to it, because I don't know. Does anybody know if that's a Fenton lamp? It does have a three-way switch, but the base of it is throwing me. So if you think that is Fenton, let us know. I'm saying right now, I don't believe it is, but I am no expert. I'm sure we have experts in-house. It's beautiful, Russell. I think you're still going to be able to turn it, because it's a gorgeous piece. I love it. I love the pink.
Okay, and then I have a blue basket I want to see if I can sell.
Okay.
It's got I don't know what it is on it, but
it's got the blackberries on the one side.
Yep, blackberries, and then inside it's got some kind of flower.
Okay.
And it does have the sticker on it.
Okay. Linda Fleming says she doesn't think your lamp is Fenton, but it's beautiful. And someone else says they don't think it's Fenton because of the ruffle. But I would still say that lamp's got to be worth $125 to $150.
Oh, so the price I got it for is pretty good then.
I think so. Okay, so how much were you asking for the basket?
$25, I think's fair.
Okay. $25 if you want to contact Russell. You know what? If you want that basket for $25, go ahead and contact me and I'll pass it on. It sounds like Russell is doing some workout. Are you doing some work outside today?
Yes, we are.
Okay. So he wants $25 for that basket, and you can contact me or you can contact Russell. But my email's up there. I'll forward it on to him if you want it. That basket's very large. I know it's very wide, isn't it?
Yes, it is. It is. I'm gonna say 6 inches, probably 6 or 8.
Okay.
I should have
Okay.
measured it and I didn't.
Yep. It's as wide as it is tall, and it has the berries on the one side. I think it's got like Persian medallion on the other side. It's got an old carnival pattern type print on the inside, and it does have the old Fenton sticker. So I think it's probably from the 60s or 70s, and it's beautiful in blue satin. Okay. Okay, $25 on that one, if you're interested in it.
I got a swung vase. Before I go putting it up saying it's Fenton, I'm gonna let you or somebody tell me yes or no. Me and Jess are arguing about this too.
Oh, that one. Now somebody will tell you in here what that is. We just had one like that the other night. So
it looks like it's plum underneath.
Yep, definitely has the Amethyst Carnival on that. And you just want an ID on that one?
Well, I was gonna sell it, but I don't want to break the rules, and sell non-Fenton things. So.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. It's a swung vase. We'll forgive you on this one. How much are you asking for?
I don't really have a price. If somebody just wants to make an offer,
okay. How tall is that one?
11 inches.
Okay, it is 11 inches. It has the amethyst vase. Russell said if you're interested in it, just make an offer. Does any of our carnival people out there know if this is Fenton? I am not good at carnival patterns, but I'm wondering if you want to make Russell an offer, you can do that. You can contact him directly. And make sure when you come on, you post your email. Can you post your email even after you go off, Russell? And then I'll flash it for everybody.
Yes, I did. And I did post it like you said, but I don't know why it didn't pop up.
Okay. So let's see if anybody knows if that piece is actually Fenton. We had one similar to that the other night, and I cannot remember, but we'll find out for you, Russell. If you want to keep listening, we'll find out for you.
Awesome. We'll do.
Okay. So what you up to this weekend?
I'm waiting me and Jess ordered a couple new trucks. We're just cleaning out our old trucks to sell them. And
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. It's Fenton Diamond Rib.
So it is Fenton.
Yep. Somebody said it's Fenton Diamond Rib. So if you're interested in that, make Russell an offer. On Facebook, it's what's it on Facebook, Russell? Russ Jess Miller, right?
That is correct.
Yep. So if you want that, you can contact him. And that is a Fenton Diamond Rib swung vase. All right. Well, I'll let you get back to work.
Thank you, Heidi.
Okay. We'll see you later.
See you in a bit.
All right. Well, that was interesting. So if you are interested in that vase, looks like Russell is working outside tonight. I can contact Russell if you want to make an offer. I'll pass it on. There's my email. It's a nice Fenton Diamond Rib swung vase. Beautiful plum color. Would be a great addition to anybody's collection out there. If you have a question and you want to ask, you can go ahead and ask it in comments. We have Jason in-house. Jason, when you're ready, just give me a thumbs up. We'll see what Jason is up to tonight. All right. So again, if you want to come on tonight, here is the link. You can come on. We can try to ID a piece for you. If you bought something this weekend you're excited about and want to share with us, that is fine too. Just click that link. Don't think that you're directly going to come right on the minute you click that link. You have a chance to check your audio. It's all so super easy. And then I will see you in the green room before you even come on. And in the green room, you can adjust your camera. So it's very easy if you want to come on and share with us. We'd love to have you come on. And we have a few more guests. So let's go ahead and see what they're up to tonight. Jason, are you ready? All right. Jason is going to come on. And Jason Blakeney. And hi, Jason.
How's it going, Rosie?
Good. Oh, that is a great shot of you, Jason. Last week you were a little too far away. You got it great. You're looking good.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay.
How you been?
So what's up tonight, Jason?
I was gonna show a little show and tell of some antique Fenton, and then show some pretty much a lot of antique. I was gonna try to show tonight. A lot of pre-logo, 1920s, 1930s Fenton items.
That would be awesome. Show us what you got tonight.
If you see in my background, I have a China cabinet or a carrier cabinet, and it's full of my pre-logo nymphs. I have most of them are glued together. So I mean, not glued, but gel together with museum gel. So this is my favorite one right here.
Tell us what museum gel is for those of us that don't know.
So museum gel is used to put two glass pieces together and make it a solid connection, so it doesn't slip or fall or break.
Okay.
Pretty much like an earthquake comes, it'll stay on the shelf, or you could pretty much take the piece of glass and put museum gel on the bottom of it and stick it to a shelf and it won't move. You literally have to twist the piece. So it works
great. It would work good for birds too, huh?
Yes, for all the horns and stuff. So this is 4 pieces right here.
Tell us about this one.
So this is a 1933 jade and lilac nymph set. It was sold like this in the catalog. It has the 5-legged base from the 20s, then the lilac bowl, and then it's the jade nymph and the flower frog.
Fenton, oh my goodness!
In the 30s, Fenton didn't call their jadeite. It's called jade.
Oh, cool. I've been known to call it jadeite too, but it's actually jade. So, so you can see from where she put it on the table. Look at the base of that nymph. It's higher in the air than we're used to seeing. So some of the more contemporary nymphs. I imagine those bases are a hard find too. If we come across those bases, we should bring them on and show everybody, because I imagine people are looking for those.
I'm looking for quite a few of them, actually.
Okay. Okay.
And then I'll show a couple more. I have a little patriotic display going on right here with a cobalt blue nymph. There's a blue one.
Oh, wow. Now, is that an older one?
Correct. This is a pre-logo as well.
Now, is there a way that we can tell if nymphs are newer or older?
Color.
Just color. Okay.
Yep.
Just like we talked about earlier. The rich, deep colors, the classy colors are usually Fenton.
And then here's a really hard one to find too. It's a ruby red from the 20s.
Oh my goodness. And that one will glow, won't it?
Yeah, it'll show some glow to it. It should.
So now these nymphs that you were showing us without the bowl, were they not sold with the bowl, or do you constantly look for the bowls?
I purchased them without the bowls, so I'm trying to acquire some of the bowls. Mm-hmm. Sometimes you find them with a complete set, sometimes you don't. I don't steer away from buying any piece of them, nymph, frog, or bowl or stand. I buy them individually, piece by piece.
So I think I have a jade bowl, and I did not know what it was until you showed me that nymph over there. I think I'm gonna. If I have one, I will contact you, because it seems to me I have a jade bowl.
Yeah, like that lilac bowl I showed you. It comes cupped and it comes open.
Oh, and so that one is cupped.
Correct.
You'll have to. Do you have a piece? Do you have one that has an open one so we can see the difference?
Did we just get one? I might. Yeah, I do actually. But in the time being, when my wife's getting it, I'm gonna show this piece right here. This is a really special piece. This is the 1920s when Fenton freelanced. So a couple of European glassblowers freelanced across the United States. back in the early 20s. They freelanced for Imperial Glass. They did a lot of hanging hearts for them. And then the information I just recently found out that the same freelance European glass blowers that freelanced for Imperial Glass came over to Fenton and did their hanging hearts for them as well. So this is the Willow Green 1920s hanging hearts with the cobalt foot. It is a powder jar. It's missing the lid. Unfortunately, there's no distinct information to tell if the lid was ever there, because in the book, the same piece has a wooden lid, and we all know Fenton made glass for other companies that had powder jars with wooden lids and stuff. So it could be that it may take a wooden lid, or it might take a cobalt lid. Now, as you stated earlier, most Fenton won't have pontil marks other than like an offhand Dave Fetty or Delmar Stowasser or Barber piece,
Right.
as well as the 1920s. You can see this one is a ground down. That's a classic European trade for their glass. So any 1920s antique Fenton as well will have ground pontil marks.
Okay, because that would be something that would throw me as not knowing about this. I would say, well, that's ground and it looks like it's more modern, but in fact, that's an older piece.
It's 100 years old.
Okay. Jason, can you see Madison's question for you?
No, I can't.
Okay.
The difference between Barber or other hanging hearts versus the European.
Okay, now I can show you here. Give me my Fetty, and give me my Stowasser. So right here is the European glass makers hanging hearts. You see the distinct one right here in the front. It's a really good one. You see that one?
Yep.
Okay. Now Barber came to Fenton in 1975. He was there for a year, 75, 76, and they recreated the hanging hearts from the Europeans made. So this is a Stowasser vase. What I mean by Barber era, Barber was the designer. He really didn't make the line pieces. He had two craftsmen make them for him. As Delmar Stowasser and Dave Fetty were the only two people that made 1975, 1976 era Barber pieces. Line pieces will be initialed by the artist, by the craftsman himself. This one has DGS, that's his initials, and it's limited to 600 pieces. It's $488. Now you can see, I'll spin it around, and you can try to, like, his heart's a little bit different, but they're almost identical compared to Dave Fetty's. I'm going to show you.
Okay. What about the weight of this piece compared to an earlier piece? Is the weight from the more contemporary, it's heavier?
Absolutely. The older pieces are really, really fragile, brittle glass. Kind of reminds me of like depression thin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So they're so the older pieces are more delicate glass than the newer pieces, because the pieces from like 75 are more clunky. They're more heavy. They're and the color is more vivid. Correct.
Correct.
Okay.
And then this was sold to me. So this is an unfinished piece. I think it was just somebody was messing around trying to make a sample or something, or it didn't go far. But you see how small it is, and it's unfinished top. But this is supposed to be a Dave Fetty. I have other Fetty stamp hanging hearts I can show you too. And I kind of match the hearts as well. But some of his hearts are really like distinct. Like pulled out. You see how they're like the top of them like really like pulled down and out.
Yep. The Fetty heart. He's told me many times that he's the only one that does that with the hearts on there. I don't know. So if you have any other questions for Jason, let us know. He'll answer them while he's in house here tonight.
And then here's the open bowl. It's called a lotus petal bowl.
Okay, so you can either have that style or the cup style, which is behind you on the table. Now, are they both very, very vintage?
Now
Does the
this one
vintage?
right here. So
Mhm.
this color, they remade the nymph set for the Greater Finders of Kansas City Club.
Okay.
It
So
came
if
in the topaz opalescent, but this is a stretched topaz iridescent pre-logo piece. I didn't even know that they made it in this color in pre-logo. So this is a pretty cool find.
it's gorgeous. So if you're telling us we're out in the wild and we see an open petaled nymph like that, it's more likely to be more contemporary than if we find the cupped. Is that correct?
No, all the old Lotus bows are all pre-logo 1920s, pretty much. Except
Oh,
you'll find
okay.
them they'll have a stamp on them. I have one that has a stamp on it, right behind her. This is the one that they made for the Kansas City Club. It comes in topaz opalescent. This is it has stamp, it has a Fenton zero stamp on it, means it was made in the 2000s, I believe, and it has a bottom stamp on the bow too as well. And it's opalescent, and it has a stamp on a sticker.
Okay. Oh, what I'm asking is if we're looking for stuff from the 20s, the very, very early Fenton, are we going to find the open flower or the cupped flower?
You'll find both.
All right. Okay. I got it right then. I thought I misunderstood you, but good. Okay.
Not in every color though, only certain colors.
Okay. All right. Sounds good, Jason. Boy, that was interesting tonight. I hope you can come back next week and show us something else.
I'm always trying to come back in.
Well, we just love to learn. We just love to learn. So you're always welcome. Okay.
I love to share the knowledge, and I also sell glass too. So,
well, if you have a piece you want to sell and you want to put a price on it, that's fine. If you want to do that. Okay.
I'll do it for now.
Oh, okay. Well, why don't we let you go this week, and we'll look forward to seeing you next week. And you guys, if Jason comes on next week and you guys want to ask him a question, feel free. He is very knowledgeable in it. And if he doesn't know it, or I don't know it, he might know the answer to it. So we'll bring him in next week if he's around. Okay, Jason, you have a wonderful week.
Thank you, Heidi.
Thank you for coming on the community boards.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. That's okay, Debbie. Thanks for the question. Jason is always so interesting to have on. So do we have anybody else that wants to come on tonight? Once again, I'll let you know what we can do. You can show us off something in your collection. That's always fun. We just did it with Jason. Oh, Gail is up. Gail was with us last week. We'll see what she has this week. So we have Gail Beals in-house. So again, if you want to join us, here is the link. And don't think you pop right on the screen with me. You don't. You'll go into a green room where you can adjust your camera. You can adjust your lighting. And when you're all set to go, just give me a thumbs up and I'll know you're ready to go and we'll call you in. So it's this is for you. This is the community boards. It's all about learning, selling, and identification. So here we go. Are you ready, Gail? Okay. Selling and identification. Hi, Gail. We got an echo. You got to turn your phone down a little bit.
Can you hear me okay? I have an echo.
Hi, Gail. We got an echo. You got to turn your phone down. Can you turn your phone down a little bit?
Okay. I have an echo.
We got an echo. You got to turn your phone down a little bit.
Okay.
I still hear it. That's better. Can you hear me?
Is that okay?
I still hear it.
I do too. I'm not. Oh,
That's better. Can you hear me?
is that okay?
I still hear it.
I do too.
I won't talk. You go ahead.
I do too.
I won't talk. You go ahead.
Okay. I have this bowl. I picked it up at a garage sale. That's pretty
Oh
bad,
my gosh.
isn't it?
Is there somebody else that has their phone on too?
I'm going to go back out.
Okay. Is there somebody else that has their phone on too? We'll see if she can come back. Remember, if you come on, Have your earphones or your earbuds there just in case we need them, and turn your volume down. And if there's anybody else that has it on, make sure that their phone the volume's turned off so we don't get feedback. So I hope Gail can come back, because that was an interesting find she got at the garage sale there. We'll see if she can come back and show us. We didn't have that problem last week, Gail, so we're doing something a little different this week. Okay. All right. If you want to come in, the green room is open. There is a link to come in. Just copy and paste that off the comments, and you can pop right in. We've also listed it on the pages if you want to come in and ask a question. There's a lot of people that have IDs on the site. If you want to show us your item in person, we'd be glad to see it. So what else is going on in everybody's life today? I can't believe that we are into June already. And it's going to go fast, isn't it? This is the last month of the first half of the year. That is just crazy. Let's see. This magazine that I was reading is quite interesting too. This article was written by Miriam Boyle, and it says, "Buyer beware of Fenton wannabes." It says, and this is something that is happening out there. People are getting Fenton stickers, and they are putting stickers on items that aren't necessarily Fenton. She says, while some colors can be almost identical, it does not mean they are Fenton. Sometimes unscrupulous dealers will affix a Fenton label to something that is not Fenton. Their goal is to deceive you into paying money for something that may be actually fairly worthless. So what she is saying is, make sure you know your colors and your forms for Fenton, because if you buy something that is not Fenton, you're risking the chance of it being worth virtually nothing. And what she is talking about here also is not to, there's so many different kinds of birds out there, and you'll see these birds are not Fenton. This shape is not Fenton. This is actually a Leo Ward bird of happiness right here. Very, very out there, and it's in plentiful condition. And it might look like a Stowasser bird, but it is indeed a Leo Ward. And the Leo Ward birds were produced in 1982 in Arkansas, and there are over 9 million of those birds in the marketplace. So they've kind of flooded the market with birds of happiness. But it's a very popular bird, but it is indeed not Fenton. If you see any of these birds out there, they may look like Fenton, but they are indeed Fenton wannabes. Fenton wannabes. So, okay, is there anybody else that wants to come in? I don't see Gail trying again. Maybe she couldn't get rid of that echo. Anybody else that would like to come in and show us your collection? Again, this is the piece that I'm looking for tonight. And this is a Rosaline pineapple heart fairy lamp. It looks like a pineapple to me. And I have the top, and this actually came from Wesley King's estate, but I do not have the bottom. So if you have the bottom and you want to deal with me, I have the top. All right. Okay, anybody else? If anybody has any questions tonight, you can ask me about them, and I'll help you out with that. What we're doing tomorrow is I am actually going to be doing a boutique sale tomorrow at 1:00. So if you are not a member of Rosie's Auction House on YouTube or Rosie's Auction House Deals, you need to be, so that you can attend the boutique sale tomorrow. We have QVC items. We have all kinds of jewelry and perfume, and we have socks out there and candles, all kinds of boutique items tomorrow, starting at 1:00. We're going to do that at 1:00. I think Russell wants to come on again. He's my favorite guest. There is the link if you'd like to come on. We'll see what he's got, and we'll bring him back on. Okay, Russell, what you got now?
Oh, Heidi, I have this decanter, and Jess is driving me nuts to see if we can find a topper to it.
Oh, goodness me. That is beautiful. Okay. So that's the big decanter. We're looking for the top. We should be able to find that for Russell. That is the milk glass decanter. I'm going to post. He is not where he can post his email. If you want to email me, I'll forward that message on, or you can, if you know him on Facebook, he's one of the admins on a Fenton page. You can email him directly or PM him directly. He's looking for the stopper on that. We should be able to find that for you, Russell. That's the big decanter. I've seen that in a lot of different colors. Milk glass is so, it's just classic. I love it. All right.
Yeah, they would be beautiful painted.
There's not much space to paint on it.
That's true.
I think it's pretty classic like that. I love the white. It's coming back. It's so popular now with the contemporary colors, the gray and blacks that everybody's decorating with.
Just wouldn't allow me to put it in the cabinet without a stopper in it. So.
Okay. So be on the lookout for a stopper. That stopper is a pretty big size stopper. That decanter's huge. It probably measures 3 or 4 inches tall. So if you have that stopper, give Russell a heads up on that one. All right, Russ.
That's all I have.
All right. Have fun.
Thank you.
All right. We got Gail back in there. Let's give it a shot again. Oh, sorry. Wrong guest. Hi, Gail.
Hi, can you hear me now okay?
Perfect.
Okay, I think I had to put my microphone things in, or
Yep.
what I call it, earplugs. I don't know. I guess that's what caused it. It was horrible.
I know. It's fine now.
I just want to show everybody this bowl. I picked it up at a garage sale for minimal amount years ago. I love it because of all the flowers. They're sort of raised.
Mm-hmm.
The bowl itself is about 4.5 inches wide and about 2.5 to 3 inches tall. It doesn't have any markings at all. The bottom of it looks like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know, is this a Fenton piece?
You know, Fenton had this pattern, that daisy and fern pattern, but I think that there's also glass that's older. I think somebody out there will let us know. Jason says it's Fenton made for LG Wright. The glass is a little thinner on this,
Yes.
but it's beautiful. When I first saw it, I thought, well, I don't know what the story is with the daisy and fern pattern, but I know that it's used on, Fenton used it and other makers used it too. That is a beautiful bowl.
And I love the bottom. It's all the way around,
It is. Oh, look at it's got like ferns on the bottom.
Mm-hmm.
I bet that would help identify it somehow. Jason said it's Fenton made for LG Wright. I don't see anybody that is telling him any differently.
Okay.
But it
Thank
is
you.
Beautiful. Where did you pick it up at?
Just a garage sale somewhere. And
Do you-
I just remember it being very dirty. It was so dirty. And when I washed it up, I was surprised that it was this beautiful. So
Oh, it is beautiful. And the daisies and everything are so vivid. Sometimes you see these pieces and the pattern's kind of like cloudy. This one is just gorgeous. I love it. Now, somebody said it looks like Northwood's daisy and fern. I would check into that because I think it's older. But by the way, the glass is thinner and that pattern on the bottom, I would check what Jason said, but I would also check Northwood's daisy and fern because I think that might be daisy and fern. I think it might be older than Fenton. And Deborah from Mount Pleasant says she wants to go garage sailing with Gail.
I'm getting very fussy these days since my basement is full. This house is full. So I'm getting I'm very cautious going to garage sales, estate sales. It has to be a really good buy or I might really have to love it. So otherwise, there's enough for me to get rid of right now. I'm trying to unload some things. So
do you know the Stable Antiques in Teconcha? Have you been in Teconcha that long?
I have not. No, I have not been.
It's Stable and House Antiques. I went to that auction today, and it was just crazy cool with so much old stuff, dusty stuff, and you got so dirty handling it, but it was just so much fun.
That's when it's fun. I do have another piece to show. Probably around 30 years ago or so. I acquired this piece from a lady who traveled all over. I helped her pack up some of her nice things so she could move into an assisted living place. And she said, would you like that bowl? She said, I hate it. And I'm like, no, I love it. So here we are. And I think this is Fenton. It is not marked. It's huge.
Oh my gosh.
It's huge.
Oh
It's
my gosh.
all that ruffle.
Yes.
It's white on the outside.
Oh my
Get the
gosh.
camera. It's
Yes.
perfect shape.
Yes. That is gorgeous. And how big do you think it is? Chime in, members. Let us know what you think, if that is Fenton or not. I think it is.
Yeah.
Of course, it's not going to have a logo. Is it a heavy bowl?
Yeah, it's pretty heavy. Yes,
Yeah.
it's pretty heavy, and I'll measure it here. Sorry, my voice here is gone. It's about 13 inches wide, and it stands a good 4 inches tall. Oh.
Okay, Jason said it's Fenton made for AWCO. Jason, what's AWCO? And one of our artists, she loves it. Linda, you should take a screenshot of that. I wonder if this would be considered a Carlton era pattern, because it looks like the Carlton rose that our artists are painting. And that is lovely. Oh my goodness.
Mhm.
Wondering if, Jamie's wondering the same thing, if it's one of the Carlton decorated pieces. Cato said it's beautiful. Yes, Jason said it's made for Abel Wasberg Glass Company. So that is, I would say that is a piece of Carlton glass.
Okay.
And oh, that is a beautiful piece. And in the Carlton glass right now, Gail, is just gone through the roof. So
I saw that you put some pieces on the other night, and it made me think of this one because
yes, it's gorgeous.
Sorry.
Oh, you got everybody saying how beautiful it is. They're watching it. Yeah.
Well,
Great find, Gail.
down the line, I may consider selling it. So it just it's all the painting on it is beautiful. There's no damage that I can see at all. Like I said, I just have a lot of stuff here, and I'm 70 now, and I think that
You
some
are
things,
not 70.
yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Some things need to go.
Well, if you're interested in making an offer on Gail on this, her name is Gail Beals, and you can PM her, or you can PM me and I can get a hold of her if you are looking to make an offer on this. She's not really interested in selling it, but you never know. Somebody gives her the right price, she probably would.
Right, you never know. Yep.
Okay.
Where it sits, and I have lots of little grandkids coming, and it's like, okay, well, there's no other place to put it, and they'll be wanting to get at it. So I think some of these things I just need to start partying with. So I will
says, you're
consider.
a gorgeous 70, Gail.
It's that Mary Kay stuff. See, that's
that Mary Kay, yes. So I have a question for you. Do you see any gold in this plate? Like, our Carlton pieces have real gold. I'm wondering if there's any gold on this one.
No, I actually don't. No.
Okay.
No, there's no gold. No.
Denise Schmidt is wondering if it's a bride's basket and maybe it has a holder. I might have a holder for you. You know, the silver holders that kind of sits in and goes up top.
Right.
That's beautiful. Okay.
So that was one of the things she gave me for helping her clean out her china cabinet and everything else. And she handed me a little miniature picture too that's all painted on porcelain, and just a little short story. One night I was in bed at 11:30 watching Antique Roadshow, and they were showing these miniature pictures that have sort of the brass background with a little porcelain picture of the lady in the middle. And it said at the very end, so how much do you think it's worth? Well, it was worth $11,000. And my husband, I just jumped out of bed, and he said, where are you going? I said, I'll be right back. Because I had that little picture sitting on one of the tables in the living room. And I thought, that has to go in that china cabinet right now, because if it's worth $11,000, it has to be in there, you know. But that was just one of the little things that she gave me plus this one, but I did have it valued by Christie's in Chicago, and it's worth about 400. So.
Oh, you got to show it to us sometime. You got to show it to us sometime.
I think it's in the cabinet if you want me just to go and get it. I'll just
we
get
got
it.
to see it now.
Okay.
We got to see it, right, guys? We got to see it. All right.
I don't know if you can see this. Okay.
Oh, yeah, that's pretty. Oh, my goodness.
So, I mean, this is the kind of things, but she traveled all over the world. And so, you never know where some of this stuff came from, So,
Yep.
But yeah,
That's
so I just had to share that. You just never know what you run into sometime.
No. Jason said that your bowl is in a book called Fenton, made for other companies. So Fenton made it for LG Wright. So you do have a Fenton piece, and a great one.
Great. Okay. Well, thank you very much.
Well, thanks. It's nice seeing you again, Gail.
Yep. Same here. Thanks.
Have a good week.
Night. Mm-hmm.
All right. Okay. Anybody else want to come on tonight? Thanks, Gail. If you want to come on, here is the link. If not, we will stay on here for just a couple more minutes, and then we'll continue on to enjoy the evening tonight. It's beautiful here in Michigan. What a wonderful day. Looks like somebody's trying to come in. We'll see here if they come in or not. Remember, we usually go for about an hour, so we have time for another guest if somebody wants to come in. If you want to ID something for you, if you want something that you want to talk about in the collectible world, if you want to show us one of your finds, anything, it's your community board on Saturday nights. And, if you have a piece of a pern or something you're missing, let us know. Like I said, we indeed found baby Jesus, Mary and Joseph, to our nativity set a couple weeks ago. We were thrilled about that. So if you want to come on and show something, you're more than welcome. Gail's always very interesting. She had a great find with that floral bowl. I'm telling you, wow. I wish I could run into those. That was awesome. I actually today bought a collection of black, I think they're Staffordshire cats. I can't wait to show you them. They're just gorgeous. We're going to have a black cat sale because they're so cool. I can't wait to show you to them. I'd show you tonight, but they're so full of dust, I don't think you could even see what they were. Got a lot of cleaning to do. All right. Anybody else want to come on tonight? If you have a question and you're a little camera shy, you can ask it in comments, and we'll see if we can get to it. We're probably going to have a Fenton sale this week on Tuesday. We're going to have a boutique sale tomorrow afternoon at about 1:00. Make sure you are watching the YouTube page, Rosie's Auction House. There's Gail's email address. If you're interested in making her an offer on that beautiful bowl, or maybe even the little red bowl she put up, the Daisy and Fern bowl, you can contact Gail right there. Just take a screenshot of that frame, and she will accept offers on that bowl. She really wasn't thinking of selling it, but if the offer is good, she may just go ahead and do that. So it doesn't hurt to throw an offer in there. Gail Beals. Her email is bealsg@aol.com. All right, we got it. Oh my God, didn't know you were looking for them. I've got them, and 2 wise men I'm selling. Michelle, send a picture to John. He loves nativity sets. He's always looking for pieces of nativity sets. So if you have one, feel free to send it to John. He would love to see what you have. Okay. If we don't have anybody else that is wanting to come on tonight, I will tell you that on June 12th, we're going to be having a sale for Miss Linda Fleming, and she's in the house. Fenton artist Linda Fleming will be here on Sunday, June 12th. I think that's the right date. And she's got some awesome pieces coming up. She's been working very, very hard at those. And we'll have her here on a Sunday, June 12th. It's going to come up before you know it. And we hope that you can be here for that. Mark that one on your calendar. Okay. last chance to come on. Here is the link. We want to make this a weekly event. So in order to do that, you have to participate. So if you are interested in coming on, remember we're doing this on Saturday. We're going to run it for about 8 weeks and we're going to see how it goes. Okay. Did Trudy make it home yet? She did. And she's back in. She's back in. She had to go on some heavier duty antibiotics. You see her previews are awesome. They indeed are. Yes. And thanks for sharing. Yes, it's important that we share. I love the identification part of it because you guys know so much. You're a wealth of knowledge. And there's a lot of newbies that are just coming in that have pieces they're unsure about. And we can always help them out here. And don't ever hesitate to come on. We would love to have you. Okay. All right. I'm going to let you go for tonight. Remember, next Saturday we'll be on again at 8 o'clock. So if you're looking at your collection and you have something you'd like to share with us, keep us in mind for next Saturday night. And if you are on YouTube, please, on your way out, click the subscribe button and click the notification bell so you get notice of all our sales. And we will talk to you guys very soon. Have a wonderful rest of your weekend and an awesome evening. We'll see you later. Night, everybody.